Good morning, all of you. So today we are on another live class, and we will all give our attendance first, and then we will start with the the next chapter, the sound of music. So all of you start giving your attendance, and then we will move on with the chapter, the sound of music. Yes, good morning, all of you. The sound of music have two parts. Okay, one tells you about a girl, and one tells you about a girl who plays without hearing. She plays drums, and other about Bismillah Khan, who is a very renowned maestro of Shahnain. Okay, so we will first start with the first, and then we will move on to Bismillah Khan. Okay, and in Evelyn Glynn, as I have in the morning only, I have shared one video with you people. How many of you see? If you have actually seen it, I don't know, but I think you should go and watch it. Watch that video, and then you should watch this again. Watch this video again whenever you have the link. You can watch it anytime. So. That video shows how skillful Evelyn was in playing the drum without even having the capability to hear. One person who cannot hear can play such beautiful music is something that seems maestro means one who is master of the master. Master of the master is called a maestro. Okay, one who is so renowned that is known throughout the world is called a maestro, the master. We will learn about how this girl who even did not have the ability to my internet is lagging behind a little, so wait a bit till it comes. Yeah, it's normal now. So one who is okay. Nishant is explaining to different kind of people over here. It is not your class. So leave it, Nishant. Leave it, just leave it. So this whoever has subscribed the channel, they can view the videos. So leave it. If anybody you find that is not known to you, so leave that person. You don't have to worry about it. Only some people of our school and some of my known people only have the subscription, so doesn't matter who is looking at it. So what we are talking about is about Evelyn without having the capability to hear how she completely mastered the art of producing music. That is the story that we are going to deal today. Okay, so we are going to read about it. We are going to start with the chapter. All of you just bring out your PDFs so that we can go through the chapter. Okay, so we are starting with with Evelyn's story. Listens to Evelyn Glynn, listens to sound without hearing them. That is the beginning of the chapter. Listens to sound without hearing them. Whenever we say hear, don't we mean that we are listening? But she is the person who is listening to song without hearing. Okay, rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. Rush hour crowd means that the crowd that usually you people face while you go on a up train in the morning. Okay, those who come up from that side, from Kakinada side to Ichapur side, they can really understand what is a rush hour, what is the rush hour crowd. So that is that time, that crowd is called a rush hour crowd, when it is completely congested, and even you cannot breathe properly. You have to breathe actually in somebody else's face or somebody else's actually I faced several experiences when I was breathing in somebody else's what is that called, belly, almost, because that man was very tall and I was just putting my face against that, and it was horrible. I will just tell you, it was horrible, unbelievably horrible. So this kind of a crowd that they're talking about, not exactly the crowd that we face in train, because this is, they're talking about some foreign country, so it will be a little more below than that level. Okay, jostle means to roughly go through something, roughly push. That is what jostling is. When there is no space to go in, but you still try to move in, that is jostling in. Jostle. Okay, jostle for a position in the underground train platform. Underground train platform usually means a metro. Okay, a slight girl looking younger than her 17 years was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibration of the approaching train. Nervous yet excited to feel the vibration of the coming train. Slight girl means one who is very thin and lean and doesn't have any existence almost visibly. Very lean and thin kind of a girl. Okay, and she was 17 years old and she was waiting for the train and she could easily feel the vibration of it. So she could easily feel the vibration of the train that is approaching. It was her first day in the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for many teenager fresh from a Scottish firm. So she is from a Scottish firm, means from Scotland, and it was her first day in the Royal Academy of Music, and obviously she was excited, but along with that she was also very much nervous. That made the first day experience that she had, that I'm going to, whenever we are going for some first hand experience for the first time, we are excited and frightened at the same time. That is the kind of feeling that Evelyn is going through at that moment. Nishant, stop laughing. Okay. Um, but these aspiring musicians faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. Profoundly deaf means completely deaf. Okay, completely deaf she was. So the author is saying that maybe this musician was facing a challenge far more than the other musicians, because than the other musicians, music is something that we listen, that is observed, or that is absorbed within us with the ability to hear. But this musician has some problem with that. What is the problem? She was deaf, she could not hear the music. That is why her nervousness was a little bit more than the other people, other musicians. Evelyn Glenn's loss of hearing had been gradual. She did not lose her hearing ability all at once. She lost it gradually. Gradually means slowly and slowly. She lost her hearing ability. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8 years old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. Her mother actually noticed that something aspiring means one who is dreaming very high, wanting something big. Okay, that is aspiring high, aspiring to dream big, and not only to dream big, to actually work towards that thing. That is a person who is very much aspiring. Got it? Okay. Who is this beta? Anand Singh? Is it Jyoti? Okay, beta. So Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. When did her mother observe that Evelyn was waiting to play the? Yes, beta. Yes, beta. I have understood. So Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. Okay, they called her name and she didn't move. I suddenly realized she didn't hurt. She hadn't heard. I thought that didn't hurt. How can it happen? She hadn't heard. So first time her mother realized that interest is slowing means, oh, internet may be slowing in your portion, beta. Try to I think it is Sagar, your internet must be slow. Mine is okay now. Whenever mine is slow, I will just tell you. And is slowly, please. Is slow. Slow is enough. So her mother is saying first time she observed her in a problem when they were calling her to play the piano, but she was not moving at all. Okay, for quite a while, Evelyn managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. What is concealing? When you try to hide something, that is concealing. Hiding something is concealing. Who is that? Oh, hiding something is concealing. So for many days she tried to hide something. Hides what is the thing that she wanted to hide? This thing that she is getting deaf day by day, that she wanted to conceal or hide from the other people, from her growing deafness, from friends and teachers. She wanted to hide it from her friends and from her teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated, and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. Why did her marks deteriorate? Because if you cannot hear anything and you are not letting anybody know that I cannot hear, then how would anybody be able to help you out with it? That deteriorated her marks. The teachers did not realize that she was being deaf. Her friends did not realize that we are learning today the sound of music. Okay, so her friend first part, we her friends also did not realize that she was going deaf day by day. That is why when she was almost 18, Arey yaar, stop saying aap kaun. I said who, those who are only having the link can, and those who have subscribed can see the video. So you don't have to concern with, you don't have to be concerned with who, whatever anybody is saying. So those who have subscribed, those who can see my video are just saying something. You don't have to be concerned about those things. Okay. As she was getting deaf day by day, that the students, that the friends and the teachers could not realize that. Got it? But when she was, and that is why her marks went on deteriorating. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. Gradual nerve damage. Why it was happening? Due to gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for deaf. Everybody recommended that you should put some hearing aids, like the old people use some kind of machine to hear. So she should also put on some kind of hearing aid. And so everybody put on some kind of these messages are disturbing me. I'm saying everybody put on hearing aid. Stop messaging, all of you. Deteriorating means degrading, went on being less and less and less. That is deterioration. Okay, like your marks. Once being 60, then 55, then 45, then 35, and then fail. That is deterioration. Got it, Aliva? So everything suddenly looked black. Evelyn. But Evelyn was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. So Evelyn was very much interested to pursue music. It was like a passion to her. It was like a dream to be a musician. So she thought that she is going to pursue music, even knowing the fact that she is profoundly deaf. She thought that she is going to pursue music. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. So there was one musician who spotted her potential. Please look and find out the meaning of percussionist, because this is a kind of music. This is a kind of instrument that is played by in many of the bands and everything. So you will go and search the meaning and see the picture, and you can even listen to the music in many kind of YouTube videos or those videos available, so that you can imagine the things. Okay, like I have shared one video, all of you those who are present, I have shared one video of Evelyn playing, okay, actually playing the music. If you go through that music, go through the music played by Evelyn, you can understand whatever she was feeling, how she was being able to determine the sounds, how she was being able to understand what kind of sound she was producing, what kind of a music she was producing. You would be able to understand. Pursue means to follow, to go behind. Like you pursue a graduation, you pursue the masters. That is what called pursuing is. So he began by turning to Percussionist had, where did I lost it? Person Ron Forbes. Please see the name, though it is not going to come. Still, you please mention the name. Ron Forbes spotted her potential. She began by tuning two large drums to different notes. Two large drums were kept and they were played with different notes. The drums were playing different notes. They were being tuned together. Okay. Don't listen through your ears. He would say, try to sense it with some in some other way. Says Evelyn. Suddenly, I realized I could feel the higher drum from the west up and the lower drum from the west down. So she felt the drum's vibration from the upper portion of his body, the west of his body, and the lower with the lower portion of the west, she could feel the lower drum. Please write your name. Who is this? Man's 45. Please write your name. I'm waiting for your name. Please write your name. Otherwise, I'll have to block you. Write your name fast. We are losing the time of our class. Come on, we are losing the time of our class. Leave your name. Okay, then I'm blocking you. Yes, I've actually removed him, and I've report also against him, so he won't be able to do it again. This is disgusting. But if we don't keep it public, then the problem would be, if we don't keep it public, then the problem would be we won't be able to live chat. The live chat option is only visible when we are keeping it public. That is why I have kept it in public. Otherwise, I wouldn't have kept that. Please, we will have to find out another way to do this thing, do this live classes. Maybe we should try some other means, because the previous day also we had some problem with YouTube. They cut actually a few videos because somebody reported a spam against it, reported a copyright issue, as if we are doing some copyright things over here. So somebody reported a copyright issue against the video. So I complained to YouTube about it 2 days before, and they returned those videos again to my account. So this YouTube is becoming a little bit problematic. Yes, that is the problem. But if we don't keep it public, then the videos, the live chat portion won't be available. I tried it several times to make it private or unlisted, but at the moment I'm making it unlisted or private, the live chat portion is disappearing. So I'll either have to find out a way to make it public and make it private and still keep the live chat, or we'll have to find out another way. So that is the main problem. And moreover, we have more than 100 subscribers now. So who from which class are maybe doing it or not doing it, that we don't know. We have all the subscribers will be getting the notification of the live classes. That is another problem. We are having more than 108 subscribers now. That gives an opportunity for the other class peoples also can join this video. Okay, the class got completely distracted. So let's come back to this portion when the two drums, the percussionist Ron Forbes are playing, kept two drums, okay, to one drum of higher pitch and the other drum of lower pitch over there. And what is Evelyn doing? She is trying to hear the sound with with her body and not with only her ear. How? With her body she is feeling the higher drum notes in the upper part of the west and the lower drum notes in the lower part of the lower part below the west. That is how she is feeling the vibration of the drum. Okay, next comes suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the west up and the lower one from the west down. Forbes repeated the exercise and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body because she was being able to get the notes that the different musical notes in different, she could sense different musical notes in different parts of the body of her. She could easily sense different notes with different body parts, maybe west up, west down, maybe shoulder, maybe this portion, maybe head, maybe hand, maybe legs, whatever portions of the body, she could sense all the notes with the body parts. And that is how she started feeling the vibration to learn or to hear to music, to listen music. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the whole United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. So, from that day, when he started feeling music with his body, she never looked back. She went on going to tours to United Kingdoms and visited many places and started being a person who felt that music is her life. Without music she has no existence. That is what she started feeling. She never looked back from that point onwards. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the academy. Okay, doesn't matter, he dislikes, he likes, doesn't matter. I am not making video for people to like or to dislike. I am making this video so that we can actually have this conversation. And I request all of you to go to his name, and there is a small three dot option over there. You will click on the three dot and report against him. If you all report against him and we have more and more reports against that person, then that person will be blocked. Okay, and I would try to block him from my man's 45 now. Look at the name. Okay, and what did he say? What is his name? He said, one second. Oh, his messages are deleted. Okay. So this is very distracting. We'll have to find out one more way. Yeah, I got a point there. I'm not making video for the likes. I'm making it for you people so that I can contact you people, so that I can converse with you people. So it doesn't matter who likes and who dislikes. Real Slim Shady, who is a rapper. Good, nice. She gradually moved, and when she gave the examination, Webex, I don't think it opens for all, but I'll still find out that whether Webex is possible or not. Good ना, it's very good कि नाम नहीं आ रहा है. तुम लोग सब एक बार वेबेक्स के बारे में देखो, कॉप वेबेक्स जो है उसके बारे में एक बार देखो. अगर पॉसिबल है तो हम लोग उसी में क्लास ले लेंगे, बिकॉज यूट्यूब विल बी अ लिटिल हैजर्डस आफ्टर अ फ्यू डेज. We started for now on to so that we can talk to you all and we can have a conversation. This is obviously good, as we all can see. This is good because we can all have a good class, but still. Okay. And who is going to say that he is the world's fastest rapper? Who is saying that? Nishan? So tomorrow I will try to bring out Webex. For Webex, do we have to download anything? Please, I'm not interested in any kinds of Godzilla. And why would he come up to see my class video? Why would he want to come up to see a video called The Sound of Music? Why on earth? No, it's okay, but please try to find out. And from tomorrow, let's come up to this Webex. I was about to say, let's come up to this Godzilla. So let's come up to this Webex. Okay, it's 11:06 now. Let's finish this part of the chapter and let's think about the Webex in the group. She gradually moved from orchestral group to solo performances. When she applied for the Royal Academy of Music, she got very good marks in the examination, which was really a record for the academy. Okay, and what did she do next? She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. Orchestral work means when she performed with other musicians. But what a solo performance? She is the only person performing. She is the sole person performing. Got it? From orchestral work to solo performances. Usually those orchestral work are for those people who cannot be singularly famous. Okay. So but this solo performances, when somebody is so famous, then she or he can give solo performances and people will come similarly to hear. And for all this, Evelyn wouldn't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top. So she's saying whatever credits were given to her, she was never ready to accept those credits, as she was always having a problem with that I will somebody would praise her and she will accept that praise. She had a problem with accepting that praise. She said that if anybody is working hard towards fulfilling the dream, that person would be successful for sure. Okay. So she went on doing whatever her work was, and she got right to the top. At the top, she went there at the top. She became one of the top musicians of the world, the world's most sought after multi percussionists with a mastery of some thousand instruments. Imagine, people are not being able to play one instrument properly, and she, being a person without any hearing capability, she is playing thousands instruments. Pathetic, Nishant. We have to trust on each and everybody now. And for this, Evelyn won't accept any hint. It's done. It is intriguing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Intriguing means fascinating or making a bit confusing. When you see Evelyn playing in the video that I've sent you, had you any glimpse of any of the action which showed that she was deaf? She was so effortless. Without any effort, she went on playing the musical instruments, and she was so good at it that she seemed effortless. Okay, so many musical instruments she's playing and she is completely effortless, and it is nowhere possible to understand that whether she is deaf or not. Okay, so intriguing means confusing or something that fascinating. Okay. In our 2 hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beard give me trouble. She laughed. She said that men with bushy beard give me trouble, and she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it's the whole face, especially the eyes. She speaks flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Scottish lilt means Scottish um, tongue, but that means Scottish kind of speaking, language. That is what lilt is all about. Okay. And she said that she usually can converse with people by looking at the movement of the lips and with the eyes. So she has a problem with those people who have a very bushy bared face. Okay, because the lips are not prominently visible, and as the lips are not prominently visible, she won't be able to follow the words. Got it? My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. She says, many of the cases when we see that the person is not being able to hear, that person has a problem in speaking. Like we all know about Helen Keller. She couldn't hear, that is why she couldn't speak, because she has never heard any sound. But for Evelyn, as she could hear till the age of 11 or little before that, so she never had a speech issue because she knew how to pronounce each and every word and how normal people usually speak. But that doesn't explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. It's okay if we say that somebody can hear you while you're speaking by lipping your by actually following your lips or reading your lips. But when she is learning French and Japanese language extra, that is completely magnificent, that is completely unbelievable. Got it? As for music, she explained, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. It is she is saying that as for music, words I can read. Okay, but for music, I can easily sense it with my hair, with my cheekbones. Cheekbones are these bones. Okay, and with even every part, even the goosebump parts of my body, I can hear or listen to music with each and every part of my body. Throughout the body I feel the music. uh, it pours through my skins and cheekbones and even in my ear. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingers. She's saying that when she plays the xylophone, all of you must have seen xylophone, small metal pieces or wooden pieces kept side by side, small pieces, and then with a stick you just hit on them to make different sound. So xylophone also you can search in internet and see. So she is saying when I play the xylophone like this, each and every part I'm touching, the music from that arises from that part is actually coming from the wooden stick to my through my body. Okay, that is what she is saying. By learning against the drums, she can feel the responses flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removed her shoes so that the vibration passed through her bare feet and up the legs. She usually, whenever she beat the drums, she put away her shoes so that the bare foot would help that person, help Evelyn to feel the vibration more, so that the vibration can raise from her legs towards the upper portion of the leg to make her feel the vibration properly. Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audiences. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year. Good, nice. So she got many awards, and it's for sure that the audience very much was curious about her, and the audience loved her performances. If you even go through the video, you would start loving her performance too. Okay. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Workaholic means, alcoholic means what? Somebody who is very much addicted to alcohol. That makes it alcoholic. Workaholic means somebody who is addicted towards work. That is workaholic. Okay. Next is, I have just got to work often harder than classical musicians. She's saying I have worked so much that work, my what's called effort is far more than the classical musicians. But the rewards are enormous. Apart from the regular concerts, Evelyn also gave free concerts in prisons and hospitals. Regular concerts she always gave, okay, for which she has taken money, but she gave free concerts in the hospitals and in the prisons. Because hospitals and prisons are those souls which need to be freed with music. That is why she gave free concerts to the hospitals and the prisons. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. Anne Richlin of Beethoven Fund of Deaf Children says she is shining inspiration for deaf children. Now she has also become an inspirational figure for many children throughout the world. Not only children, but for deaf people also, because she is doing. No, 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 I'm there. I'm there. Okay, is it okay, all of you? Is it okay? Okay. So she has been also an inspiration for many people throughout the world, and these names are not very important. Still, you can keep the lines in front of your head so that they can be used for the reference to the context thing. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. She is shining inspiration. They see that there is no nowhere that they cannot go, that Evelyn has set a limit for them, that there is actually no limit. Evelyn has set a limit for them, that there is actually no limit, no handicaps of ours, no incapabilities of ours can hold us back. A person who cannot hear, if she can make music, then anything can happen. That is what the children thought. Evelyn Glenn has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of the orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped, people who look to her and say, if she can do it, she can. I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So, not only she has been a pleasure to hear, a brilliant musician, but she has always been an inspiration to all who thought that if she can do, we can also do. Okay, so that is how she became an inspiration for many. Got it, everybody? Thank you. So I hope this portion of the chapter is clear. I'll just give you to write. I'll give an assignment now only, so that you can go back and write. uh, I'm not giving any assignment. You start writing the short summary of this first portion of the chapter in your answer book. I won't extend the video much till the time, because more we are extending the videos, more we are proning to risk in YouTube. So whatever will be necessary, we will do up till that only, and then we will go offline. Now you will just all start writing the summary of this portion that we have read. Tomorrow in the live class, if it is in Copbex or in Life Size Cloud or in Skype, whatever we decide, we will tell you. So I will inform you about that. And please, all of you, I request all of you to tell others to join up in that video, live video, whether it is any other video calling app or in YouTube. Let's see what are we going to do. But we will tomorrow discuss about the questions and answers of this chapter, and then we will move on to the other portion. Okay, thank you. Bye for the live.